Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from the West Ham Sunderland game. It was West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. The return of Big Sam didn't go the way I expected it to go. I thought it was going to be well, it was a tough game, but I didn't expect it to get the win. Let's go through the game. Yes. Starting line up. It's your part.
Starting line up. Yeah. Adrian in goal.
Yeah.
Back four once again picked itself because I don't think we've got anyone else fit to play.
Oh God, yeah, it's getting a bit.
Yeah.
No, Reedy
was on the bench. Yeah. He ain't fit to start as he so. Byron coming in after missing the cup game.
You know the thing that really surprised me this week. Sorry, the thing that really surprised me this week was Lanzini starting because. It didn't go that well, did it? It was the same sort of time frame that he did last time, and he got another month out. Yeah,
well, he dropped Obiang, didn't he, and pushed brought Lanzini, dropped Obiang and Moses, pushed Antonio up the field.
I had a feeling he'd start Lanzini today.
In Lanzini, I was a bit worried about it. I didn't think he'd start. I thought he'd stick with Moses. And give Lanzini off.
Somebody asked me in the week that was picking a Mondo goal team, would he start? And I said that definitely not.
Couldn't see it because I was the same thinking as you. I was worried that if he did start, we'd have the same situation, the breakdown, but
same there.
We got 60 minutes under his belt or so, didn't he? So that's one good thing.
I thought he was quite quiet today, though, to be honest. Lanzini.
He wasn't the only one.
No. But it wasn't that sort of game that
No, it's a tough.
Have your flair players.
It's a tough game.
But to be honest, to be fair, he didn't do much apart from assisting the goal. So.
Oh well.
He's there. You know.
No, there's a couple of times he showed bits of brilliance. I thought. But we'll talk about that later. We're still going through the starting lineup. So Lanzini comes in. Moses is dropped to the bench.
Yep.
Antonio goes back up top, which, to be honest with you, I can't see him being anything but a starter now. He's got to be our main man, isn't he?
He's knocked Moses out. He's knocked anyone who plays out wide.
He's worked his way into the first team.
He's really
starting lineup to be
He's got to be one of the first names on the sheet.
Oh, without fail.
I mean, even at right back last week, he was. Yeah.
But and that's the thing. It shows he's took his chance. He waited so long for that chance, and he's took it, and now he's got it. He don't want to let go of that shirt.
No. I think I seen a post-match interview with him saying someone said to him, "You're going to be playing right back next week because Byram's out for." He said, "Oh God, he's suspended." And he went, "No, to be fair, I just want to play. I just want to keep my shirt.
I'll play anywhere from your shirt," which is what, from a fan's point of view, that's good to see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is as well, when you see some footballers, they look like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders, but he just always looks like he just enjoys playing football.
I think that comes as a. Sort of maybe a bit of a grace from the Championship. You get to Premier League and you think, I'm here. Let's just do it. You know what I mean? Let's just play out. You see a lot of players like that. Obviously, a lot of players foul, especially when they come for big money. But 7 million ain't really big money for a young player.
It's a gamble on a Championship player at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's paid off.
Yeah. I thought he was going down the pan. To be honest with you.
I think
we not only us, other West Ham fans. Well, we judged him too quick. But no, he's proved us all wrong, and that's all you want.
Yeah.
I'll say about everything I said.
Yeah. Emenike keeps his place up front.
Yep. Again, that was more no one there. Carroll was on the bench, but
Sacco should be back next week as well. So
I think Emenike will be there until Sacco's fit. To be honest.
Yeah.
I don't see, as I've said before, as much as I love Carroll, I don't see him fitting in the way we play.
The thing about with Slav about Carroll is I've heard a couple of interviews with him as well, and he doesn't seem like he trusts the way Carroll plays. Do you know what I mean by that? He says, basically the other week he was saying, his injuries are his own undoing. I tell him to play a certain way, but he just can't contain himself.
No,
so I don't think that Carroll will be risked as a striker, as a starting striker for the rest of the season, probably once Sacco comes back.
I'm with you. I can't see it. I don't see him starting.
Who?
Carroll.
No, he's not going to start. He's not going to be a starter.
I don't see him starting Wednesday. I don't see him starting in the Cup. I think he'll stick with Emenike, even though for me he didn't do a lot today.
There's a lot of players that didn't know, but we'll go through the game. Let's go through the game. Start off. Sunderland got on top pretty early. Forced cut the corners. Nothing really potent attack, but
I think we defended them quite comfortably, the corners.
Yeah, we did, but they come out the traps a bit quicker than us, which has been a trait of ours this season.
But Big Sam's probably pumped him up in the dressing room, and he was desperate for a win today.
I was disappointed. I got the kick-off wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, he's changed his style when he's saying back with us. It was take kick-off all the way back to the centre half and pump it long. The forwards actually kept it and then pumped it long.
Oh, right.
I was a bit disappointed in that. I was expecting to go to O'Shea.
I thought you meant to turn up late. How cool with the one was it?
But let's be honest. All right, they were on top for the first 5 minutes, but it was a typical Sam Allardyce start.
To be honest with you, it was a tough game. It's always going to be a tough game. They've come off of 2 good results. Liverpool away and Man United.
They beat Man United. They come back from 2-0 down against Liverpool. They only lost to Man City 1-0.
Yeah,
they've got some good. I mean, Defoe, you know what he's about. He's always there was a couple of through balls that if they would have been played right, he would have been on the end of.
Yeah.
And our back four kept letting him make them runs, and I thought one was going to come off at one point.
Yeah.
Mind you, he was pressing the back four as well, wasn't he?
I think that's how they started. I think they started to press. I think Sam identified that as he does that very well. He identifies weaknesses in the games, and he's probably looked at the back and said, "Well, they start rubbish. Get right up them, and you could find yourself 1 or 2 goals up early on." You know what I mean? So they did that, but nothing come of it. Then we got back into the game. It was a good game, I thought. It was a good game of football, the first half. It was
tackles flying in,
backwards and forwards. I think it was always going to be like that because, as you say, Sam was getting them up for the game. Ex-players that used to play for Sam are going to. There's been a couple of things it's been said in books and things like that, and they've said, right, let's get in. And it was a good game of football. Hitting the bar and. That was the first strike, wasn't it? Noble hitting the bar. But that's what you were saying about Lanzini earlier. He worked that brilliantly for Noble.
Yeah, that was a great strike by Noble, but great save as well.
Brilliant,
great save.
I don't think it's until they showed it on the replay. You probably see it down your end, but from our end, it looked like it just hit the bar.
No,
and then you go back, and he sees it quite late as well. That is a very, very good save.
Noble's confidence this season to try. A couple of years ago or last season, he wouldn't be trying shots like that. He would have just took it, controlled it, and knocked it out wide or something.
Do you think he's good enough for England, Noble?
I think he's worth. In all seriousness, I do think he's worth a call up now.
Yeah,
he's got to be given a chance, but he probably won't. But
is it easiest way to put it without going too much into England? Right? Is there another English midfielder playing at the moment who can, in the position that he plays?
Danny Drinkwater, apparently.
According to Roy.
Yeah,
Danny Drinkwater.
But is there another?
Forget England, please.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying. That's my opinion. There isn't.
Don't even think about England because let's be honest, it's not going to happen. No matter how much we people campaigning for it and all that. No, he showed last week on Match of the Day, don't fancy him.
Yeah, but I think Noble today as well, he was probably the only one out of him and Czech that was actually putting in tackles.
Noble was getting right stuck in.
He was getting stuck in, and he's playing really well, especially in the last 5 games. He's been playing really well.
Yes, he's been he's been a different level.
He's got a bit of confidence about him, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, his goal against Norwich, like you say.
And even fans that sit behind me that have been slagging him off all year, even today was praising him.
Do you know what? Today
even used to started praising him. I feel like I've won news all around.
Today was the first time.
I mentioned you did.
Today was the first time I didn't hear someone complain about him going backwards. And
because he plays the way he faces.
Yeah, but normally he plays the way he faces, and people go,
because people want to see Noble be like Pint and try to take on 20 people. He's not. That's not Noble.
That's not his style of play.
No. Anyway, they created a chance. We had a free kick. No, they had a free kick that hit the bar.
Looked like Adrian had it covered.
No, that was the second half, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was the first half.
Yeah, but before that, Adrian.
Oh yeah, Jesus
as much as he's a great goalkeeper, he's a clown. He does silly things like that.
As we've said,
he took a short goal kick
straight to Collins
when Collins had someone up his arse.
Yep. And then Collins is giving it back, and he's trying to chip
do
it
kick-ups
and chip it over him.
what
To be fair,
And then he fell
got it
over
back
and
a bit. He got it back. It was a dodgy pass back, but it should never have gone to Collins in the first place. But it was a dodgy pass back, and he done well to control it, and then nearly stuffed it up.
I think that's
and took a whack for his trouble.
That's what defines really good goalkeepers from world-class goalkeepers is the decision making, because they have to get every decision spot on. You know what I mean? They can't, they take a goal kick, they slip, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They pass it to the wrong person, it's a goal. That's what defines the world-class from the really good. I'm not saying Adrian's not a really good goalkeeper, he's still a really good goalkeeper. Keeps us in games. Today he's made a few, with some really good saves. But it's just that,
He has the odd moment.
Of craziness.
It's getting to that point now when I heard it, when he gets a pass back, people are like, "Oh, what's he going to do now?" Now and him here trying to do 6 cartwheels, and then
Scorpion.
But he's a great goalkeeper.
That ain't come of it. And then they had the chance, didn't they? Defoe went through slightly offside.
Yeah.
And no, he went through. He was offside that time. The time he did actually get through.
He nearly got on the end of a couple today. He did go through. There was one we'll talk about later that he should definitely hit the target. You'd be expecting him to hit the target with, but almost like a carbon copy of what happened last year. But then we got the goal. It was great work from the right.
Superb.
Well, the Sunderland fans were actually cheering because they thought it went out. Someone, who was it? Byram down the right to Antonio.
Yeah.
It looked like, from where I was sitting as well, it did look like it was going out, but it didn't. It stayed in, and then they're all going whee, and then like 2 seconds later, they was all crying. And Antonio, great work.
Brilliant finish again.
Yeah, great finish. Left foot, bottom corner.
Good celebration.
On his weaker foot.
Yeah, the Homer Simpson celebration, wasn't it?
Yeah, on his weaker foot, he's put him right in the corner.
Yeah.
The keeper thought he was going right.
Give up, didn't
the keeper didn't even dive. You see it back in the replay, the keeper's just gone,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, right in the corner.
Yeah, it was a great finish.
I don't think there was any safe in it, even if it had dived. But he's just becoming so important to our team. I can't believe how important he's becoming.
Similar question for you then, Antonio for England. Should he be given a chance? Because he's playing as well as Walcott, Chamberlain and that at the moment. He's got 9 goals and assists to 9 this year.
Of course,
Sterling's only got 7.
I'm sure he's probably got more game time than Walcott.
Of course he should be, but he won't be.
Because he plays for West Ham.
And that's the by and large of it.
You can't keep overlooking these players.
I'll tell you who's more likely to get a call up for England. The kid that scored 2 goals for Man United at midweek.
Yeah, of course he will. He'll be in if one more.
I don't think Roy's that fucking stupid.
Lingard.
He's stupid.
Yeah, it'll be Lingard, yeah.
No, Lingard.
No, Lingard's the one that's already been called up. His name's Rashford, isn't it?
No, it's Rashford. But I'm saying, when Lingard got called up, he wasn't even playing.
No.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No doubt if Sturridge and Welbeck both
played about 7 games or something like ever.
Yeah, exactly. And this kid's only come on as only on the bench and he come on for an injury.
It wouldn't surprise me if he got an England call up and always like, we're looking at the future. And then
that was a good impression.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because we were going to go to Euros and
sound like Dave Sullivan. David Sullivan.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, we want to go to Euros and we want to take our best young players with us. And it wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all. That's what I'm saying.
No.
So no, Antonio's not going to be playing.
No, but Antonio he's improved so much over the last couple of months, isn't he?
The thing is to go from a point where, and I fully trust Lev, and I said this at the time, where he was pulling players out of positions to play him in his position when he was available, when he sometimes wasn't even making a bench, to being absolutely forced into playing him at Man United.
Yeah.
I think that was his first game, wasn't it? Really, for us?
First time he'd had any real time.
Any real run out. Yeah, he was forced on at Man United, and since then he ain't looked back. He's just steamrolling the league.
He's getting more confident every game. He's trying things.
But it was crazy because the first few games, I didn't think he was that great. The thing that's got him off the thing is because when he fell over and someone booted the ball at his head and it looped in.
That's it. And his confidence from then.
It's just gone bang, skyrocketed. He's but the kid's got pace. He's got power. He's good in the air.
He's strong.
He's got strong. He's got some skill. He's got He can defend, you know. He can attack.
He can take throw-ons.
His throw-ons
as good as a corner.
Yeah, it's
There's a
deadly.
couple of times in today's game though when Carroll was on the pitch that we had a throw-on and I thought Antonio should have been taking them, but he didn't. I don't know why they don't use that more. We've said it before. So sometimes it's better than a cross.
Yeah.
Maybe the element of surprise because they're expecting that.
Don't know. I think like if you've got that, you've got to look at Stoke with Rory Delap. You've got to use that ability, and
Yeah, definitely.
you've got to use it.
How
You
many
push one of
goals
your
they
centre
got?
halves up. Exactly.
The thing is, it's launched into the box. It's like an arrow. Got a geezer there that just causes all sorts of
Yeah.
problems. You know, you're getting drop downs, you're getting knockdowns, you're getting.
And if you're pushing
rush
Reedy,
clearances.
Collins, or Tompkins up as well at the same time,
You've got 3 or 4
you've got
players there
options
that
who
can cause trouble,
can,
haven't
you know, cause the problems. But going back to Antonio, like with the way he plays, you see today there's a couple of times Byram's bombed forward and got caught forward. First thing Antonio's thinking,
Drops in.
Yeah.
You know, solidifies that back foot.
That's what Moses don't give them.
That's what no one on our left gives us. When you see Creswell, because you go back and look at that game today, the amount of time in the second half we got overloaded a lot on the right, but we got, especially when Byram got booked, you know, they doubled up on him. But you watch for probably 80% of that game when they're coming down that left, Creswell's on his own, and that again falls back to where the midfield don't work sideways enough.
It's Payet as well. It's Payet plays here. To be fair, you don't want him defending. You don't want him dropping into the left back because that man can get the ball in the middle of the pitch. He showed it at Blackburn last week. Take on 4 players and slot it in the bottom corner. You don't want him dropping for Cresswell. No disrespect to Cresswell.
Do you know what? I think that's it's an English mindset, isn't it? You know, you want even flair players. You want them back doing
It's a defender's mind.
But I was watching Prague Managerial. It was Glenn Hoddle was on there, and he was saying like when he was at Tottenham, like because Glenn Hoddle was a flair player, and in his day, like,
Of
he was
course,
a fantastic player.
one of the best.
Yeah, and he said like when he was at Tottenham, he had to do a lot of defending. And he said when he went to Monaco, he said like his first game, he's back over the halfway line, come back to defend. He said half time Wenger's gone, what are you doing? So I'm defending him. We don't want you back here. We want you up there doing what you do best. That's what we got to do with Payet. You don't want him back.
But that's it. That's where our formation. That's the only thing where our formation falls down in my mind.
The thing is about Slav. I love Slav, and I think we've gone above and beyond expectations this year with him. You know, we've got a long. You know, we're 3/4 of the way through now. You know, we're in a FA Cup quarter final where we've got a good chance to get to Wembley. We're sitting 5th in the league because Chelsea have just beaten Southampton. Man United obviously don't play till tomorrow. They're playing Arsenal tomorrow, so we could end up the weekend in 5th in the league. So it's past, you know, above and beyond expectations. But there's no variety there. That's what worries me a little bit. Like he's never sort of like tinkered with it. I know. You're going to say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But
I know what you're saying. We're probably nitpicking, and we're being a bit negative. But
I'm not near negative, not at all. But I'd like to see sometimes. I'd like to see sometimes like a formation where Payet is central and he's sort of.
I think with the players coming back, you will see that.
Yeah,
you will see that with the players coming back. I think Lanzini
once Lanzini
gets fit, he'll be the one to pull out wide.
I'll tell you what it is with Slav. Like, obviously, he has his starting lineup, but what he's good at is he reacts to situations as they happen. He doesn't just think, "I'll stick with it for another 15-20 minutes so it happens." Something ain't working, he'll change it. So he reacts to what's going on at the time.
It's a bit relevant today because he's come back, Big Sam, obviously. That's something that really used to wind me up with him. I remember we went to Tottenham, absolutely tanked Tottenham with no striker. He thought that was it. He thought, He went about the next 10 games playing with no striker, even when we had strikers fit, playing with no striker, thinking it worked once, and we got beat every.
We never scored.
Yeah, that's it. Since that game,
that was in my mind. That's Sam's downfall. You know, he's won. His mindset is this. This is going to work. It's going to work.
It's like what we said the other week. Well, Trevor Sinclair said it, didn't he? Big Sam had a plan A, but he didn't have a plan B and C. Bilic has got an A, B, C.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. Yeah, and the thing is, he has shown that he don't mind if it needs changing. He'll change it, and he switched to. I think we've played a 4-4-2 a couple of times now when we've been sort of chasing the game. it is there, and he ain't scared to try it. Look, at the end of the day, if you're losing 1-0 and he chucks on another forward and we end up playing like a 4-2-4 and we still end up losing 1-0, at least he's gone for it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with Sam is we'd be losing 1-0 when he'd take a striker off for a striker and then be a right back on. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah, but we
in
had
the
the
managers.
situation at Palace this year, didn't we? 1-1, they was down to 10 men. Billich didn't muck about, he chucked on Carroll and
We went like
Zarate, didn't he?
4-2-4.
And we won 3-1.
Yeah. You know, and that's what we want to see. As I said, with Sam, we would have been 1-0, we'd have gone down to 10 men, he would have brought Jay O'Brien on.
Just solidify him,
And
take the draw.
we're not going to lose, you know.
Play for the draw.
And that's the difference.
Respect the point.
Yeah.
And granted, to be fair, when you're fighting relegation, that's fine. But when you're wanting to go where we're going, and that's
Where are we going?
Watching
Sky's the limit. Mate.
Watching
Sky's the
Sunderland
limit.
today, though, reminded me a lot of us over the last couple of years.
First half, Sunderland were us.
Yeah.
The end of last season. Just all it was proof to the
I thought we were slightly better in the first half.
Sunderland weren't in the game in the first half.
I wouldn't say they wasn't in the game. They was playing some neat stuff.
Had a couple of chances,
Yeah.
a couple of decent chances.
We was worthy of the 1-0 lead.
Exactly. All Sunderland had in that first half was the offside chance for Defoe, the one that Defoe put wide, which reminded me of Sunderland, I think it was last season, when he put one wide.
Yeah.
But that was it. Everything they got was oof. That's it.
Yeah, but that's him.
But that's what I'm saying. That's all they had. Second half, different story.
Thing is, like second half they come out. I thought they was good value for at least a point.
Well, they had 2 chances in the first 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. It was
We could have walked off that pitch. Right, I know we had. I think he shot. Did he just go wide, or did he keep saying it? Antonio shot.
Yeah.
Nose hit the bar, didn't he? You know,
Yeah.
and that was before half time. So you know, we could have gone in a bit more comfortable. And to be fair, we should have. After we should have scored, we should have just gone for it.
That was another good effort from Antonio. First half.
Again on his weaker foot. And that shows a bit.
Just a bit of confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Shows you what a goal can do.
But then they come out second half, as I say. You know, we was good, decent, but I never thought they was out of the game.
We didn't come out.
It wouldn't have surprised. I was expecting them to equalise.
Yeah.
Any minute, I was sitting there thinking, and they would have deserved it as well.
Yeah. From the second half kick-off, they had Defoe again. A chance that a Defoe of 5 years ago or 3 years ago would have buried.
I'll be honest.
One.
I think
then he missed another one.
I think a Defoe of today could have buried it. It's just he just seems to have quite a few off days against us. Like since he's gone to Sunderland last season, that chance he had when he hit it on the volley when he was clean through. It was a carbon copy of what happened last year. A carbon copy. It was exactly the same.
And him in a Tottenham shirt would have buried that.
Yeah.
Yep. And again the same today. The two chances.
But he ain't no mug, Defoe. Don't think that. He scored 10 goals this year.
Yeah.
For a 33-year-old aging veteran striker.
Same down the bottom of the league.
That's fantastic. It's not.
What it is, he's finally realised his mistake and he wants us to do well. He don't want to score against us.
No, as long as he's on the pitch, Sunderland have got a chance to score.
Of course they have. Of course they have. And they absolutely outplayed us that second half.
Anyone that has Jermaine Defoe has got a goal scorer on their hands.
Listen, I would have had Defoe back 3 or 4 years ago. Before he went to bloody where he went in America, and before he went to Sunderland, we should have had him back.
I would have had him back this season instead of Jelovic.
Yeah.
The chance was there.
He is what we have been crying out for a long time. You know, someone who you're going to get in that 6-yard box, and 9 times out of 10 the ball's going to hit the back of the net.
Yeah, but we've got that with Sacco.
Yeah, but that's it.
We've got that with Valencia as well.
No, we ain't got that with Valencia. Valencia ain't a poacher.
No,
he's never been given that chance.
He ain't
has
a poacher, but
and
he's
when
not
he was
a
given
poacher.
that, when he was given that chance a few weeks ago, he was scoring goals.
Yeah, but he ain't a poacher. What I'm saying,
it don't matter if he's a poacher or not.
Yeah, but
He
Defoe's
scores
that
goals.
poacher. Defoe's the one in around. A bit like Emenike seems to be.
Yeah, but how many teams have got a Defoe?
Not many.
Man United ain't got a Defoe.
No.
Arsenal got one.
No, they're crying out for one.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what we're crying. We're crying out for that centre forward who's in and around that 6-yard box.
I know what you
who's
mean.
Sniffing out where the ball's going to be, knows where the ball's going to drop.
The Lineker type, the Defoe type, the Owen type, them type of players. Yeah, they're hard to find. They're few and far between.
Exactly. Everyone wants one of them.
Yeah.
So now, you know, you stereotypical forwards like big 6'2" lump, isn't it? And who can play up top on their line.
It's because of the fashionable formations, and that's why like Arsenal will only go with Giroud. Like Giroud's a very good player. He gets a lot of stick from Arsenal fans, but he's a very good player. But he's one type of player.
Yeah, that's
the Jermaine Defoe's of this world no more don't get chances.
No.
We always used to have one big strike, one little strike, and let one play off the bigger fella.
That's the way it's always been, and that's the way, you know. It's going away from that at the minute. It'll come back in. I've got no doubt.
Football's scored before 5-1.
Football's a game of sort of like, what do you call it? A game of fashions, really. Someone will try something and it becomes a fashionable formation. You know, I remember in the 90s it was 3-5-2.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like with the two wing backs, the Christmas trees, all that. You know, and it'll come back. Two strikers will come back into fruition soon enough. I'm sure in the next few years. I mean, but that's why. Like, all right, the injury.
Two strikers fit at the same time.
The injuries have fucked him really, Carroll. But that's why I was so glad when that formation come fashionable. We already had ours because Andy Carroll, when that formation's fashionable, doubles his value. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I totally agree.
Like at the time when we signed him, it was the false nine was the fashionable thing. You know, that messy sort of role who was floating in between, you know, midfield and attack. That was the striker, and then that's why sort of Rodgers wasn't keen on. Because he was keen on that philosophy, and now all of a sudden the big man's come back in fashion, and we had him. You know what I mean? And although injuries have hampered him, you know, we already had a ready-made player. But what am I talking about?
You are right.
Yeah, second half is apart from a load of Sunderland chances, it wasn't really much from us.
No, we had a couple of chances, didn't we?
Big AC came back,
rattled the bar.
Buck. Big AC come back.
Yeah,
that chance, man, when he rattled the bar. Jesus.
I'll tell you what, he done well to get that.
Yeah.
He done well to get that.
No, I'll tell you, when I see it, I see the replay and that, he's really sort of made a good bit of space there for himself. That defender was on him.
He muscled him, didn't he?
Yeah, muscled him, yeah.
The problem with that is he caught it too well.
Yeah.
It's just a bit come off his studs or
shinned it.
He's caught it too well, innit? And it's just rattled the bar.
Yeah, rattled the bar. But apart from that, we never showed anything. And, like, to be fair, like, we slagged him off in the first half, but Adrian saved us twice. At least twice.
Totally.
With a Rodwell chance.
Yeah.
That he definitely should have stuck away. I mean, Harry didn't stick that away. And
Did he actually? I thought Rodwell skied that.
No, he didn't. Byram.
No, it was
Byram got back.
Byram
got back. That was a great challenge by Byram.
No. What the one I'm talking about is the one where he hit Adrian and come back and hit his hand.
Yeah.
And he scored. He actually scored.
And they disallowed it.
Yeah, and they disallowed it for handball.
One decision the referee got right today.
Poor ref again.
It was awful. The linesman on my side, mate, wouldn't give a decision.
Yeah, the linesman on my side, he didn't know what he was doing.
No.
He didn't have a clue. There was one that went out for a throw on. He was just like, and then he just randomly went like that.
Same down my side. I think Antonio, or it was Lanzini, went out of two, and he's kicked it against the Sunderland player. And like, the line was like this, stiff, looking at the referee, waiting for the referee to go like that.
Do you know what I think is a reason why they're doing this? It's because if they get them wrong, they get disciplined for it. Do you know what I mean? If they get them wrong, if they get a decision blatantly wrong, they get disciplined for it. I've seen it.
Of course they don't, because they get.
Scott, don't get me wrong. I know the FA protects them, but I've seen decisions being wrong and then them taken out of the games for 2-3 weeks.
Yes, but if the FA,
but you're talking about like something like a winning goal, not a throw on.
Yeah, no, I know, but they're so frightened.
Yeah, but then
they're frightened of getting criticised.
Do your job. That's what you're there for. You're going to get criticised.
If you're doing your job, you've got someone watching you go, right, you make a mistake.
Yeah, but you've got a referee, 2 linesmen, and a 4th official. So what? They can't get a throw on.
Between the 4 of them, they've got to get it right somewhere.
They can't get a throw on right.
Petrified of getting disciplined.
But then don't have them then. Just have free for all.
But then you've got no game.
No ref, no linesman, nothing.
If you're not willing, right?
What are you going to do? You've got
street.
I'm with you. You've got to stand by. If you make a mistake, then hold your hand up and say, "Yeah, I made a mistake." But don't be scared to make the mistake.
Yeah.
No, you've got to give a decision.
Exactly.
You can't just stand there going, "Nope."
But then if they didn't have these panels constantly looking at what they've done or haven't done and just let them get on with the game.
It's not. It's
or
not.
If they didn't have shows with 4 blokes drinking pints, slagging off.
But it's not so much us. It's not so much like thingy. But it's the people like Arsene Wenger going. Our manager now doesn't do it. Sunderland's manager does, and our manager last season did a lot. They peak the blame onto them, which then pressures the FA into looking at their performance. And if they've got anything wrong, they go, right, just take 2 weeks off, eh? And like, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, but it's not. He weren't trying to give. He weren't giving a free kick. He weren't giving an offside. He was giving a throw on.
Yeah.
He's looking at the guys playing football. He sees who it cut, and he just stands there, arms by his side, looking at the ref, waiting for that ref to make the decision.
If I was a linesman and I didn't know what happened, I'd just give it to the home team.
That's it.
I would. I'd just say, right, I'll give it to the home team, like, because you know you're not going to get booed if you're in front of the fans.
But you just give it to the defending team. If you don't know, you just go, I don't know, defending team. You know, there's no advantage being gained by you making a mistake.
Yeah, but if they ain't seen it and there's
that's
another
different.
man
If they ain't seen
on the
it, that's
pitch,
fine.
you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not sticking up for anyone. I'm just saying, like, you've got to look at why these people are scared to make simple decisions. And I'm telling
make
you,
a decision. If you make
managers put the blame on it because there's so much money involved in football now. And jobs are on the line.
Look, if you
go on a bad run, you can lose your job.
But if you're a referee, right, and you're worried that Arsene Wenger is going to blame you for Arsenal losing, the guy never sees anything anyway. You know, Arsenal
He can't even find his pockets or do his zip up.
You know, if you're that way, don't worry about people like that. It's part and parcel of the game. They're going to blame you because they don't want to blame themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is. Just make a decision.
Right. Yeah.
But then you get blokes like us, and as Ryan says.
But as we said before, if it's the wrong decision, hold your hands up at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's what they don't do enough. I think, like, they're too protected for their own good sometimes in the ways that, like, they don't let them do interviews. They don't let them hold their hands up. If they hold their hands up, they've done something wrong.
I think we said it on a post-match pint when you was away. We had this conversation. Didn't we? We said we would respect referees more if they come out after the game and said, "Yeah, look, I made a mistake," or they explain their decision.
And because you had one referee do that, and since then referees ain't allowed to talk to the press.
Yeah,
because he held his hand up and said, "I made a mistake."
We all make mistakes. Players make mistakes.
That's it. That is it.
That's it then.
Managers make mistakes. Chairmen make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes.
Exactly. Part and parcel of being human.
Yeah.
Gives us something to talk about, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, sitting here drinking beer.
Drinking a pint of beer, going like that. Where are you going tomorrow? Pictures or something.
What's the weather like at the weekend?
Yeah, but I thought, all in all, overall today, it's a decent win.
Yeah,
it's a win.
Scrappy 1-0.
I turned around and said I would have took a scrappy 1-0 win today if we turn up on Wednesday and perform against Spurs. You know, because
we're going to have
playing Sunderland. Yeah, if we play like that against Tottenham, we're going to lose.
Yeah. I said that.
We are going to lose, but. You know, Sunderland's a tough team to play. Last year we'd have lost that game or drew, but we've nicked a 1-0.
But I totally agree with that. That's the difference.
As I said in the preview, right? We've been down there. We've been that team, the second from bottom. You know, we as West Ham fans, we know that just because you're second from bottom. Don't mean to say you're guaranteed to turn up and get a victory.
No, you got to respect your opponents.
Exactly.
But you're playing against Premiership players.
Well, us saying, we didn't play well today, I don't think Sunderland allowed us to get into.
No, Sunderland
didn't allow us to get into our rhythm.
Sunderland, especially the second half, they play well.
Exactly what I expected. Exactly what I expected.
Yeah. Pint for me didn't do much.
No, Pint was very quiet today, but you with him on the pitch, something might happen.
Yeah.
So
Lanzini didn't do a lot, but it was good to see him get the run out,
game
get the minutes
time
under his belt.
Kiate solid again.
Yep.
Noble solid again.
I was a bit disappointed that Obiang was left out the side.
Yeah. But like I said,
and Song as well, and I
don't know what's going on with him. Song,
I think he might be off.
No, do you know what though? You got to like applaud Song on his attitude because he's all right. He's still a Barcelona player. He hasn't been arrogant sitting on the bench. He hasn't come out and said, "I don't want to be here. I'm not sitting on the bench."
Yeah, he's disappointed that he ain't playing.
Yeah, but any player's disappointed. But when he comes on, he puts a shift in.
The thing for me though, Song seems to turn up in the big games. You know, you look at that Man City. The performance he put in against Man City was
and maybe we might see him start against Spurs on Wednesday.
It's a possibility.
You know,
it's a possibility.
Maybe that's why Lanzini got a bit of a start today.
Yeah,
because give him a bit of game time before we get to Spurs. Because
then and then against Spurs he can be on the bench and then come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it that bit of more energy at the end. I to be honest with you, I'll be honest. Wednesday, like we'll look forward a bit to Wednesday. It's not going to be. You're not going to see that West Ham turn up Wednesday.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And not only that, the place will be different. Night time under the bowling lights, the fans are going to be buzzing for it.
I hate the early kickoffs. There's just no. It just don't. It don't feel right.
It don't give enough people to get enough time to get drunk. Let's be honest.
But Wednesday night under the lights is always a different atmosphere anyway, and it's Spurs. Spurs at home. It's our last ever game at the bowling against Spurs.
Last ever game at the bowling against Spurs under the lights, probably maybe for the last time, is it?
Nah, we've got a couple more now. You've got the Watford game.
Watford games to go on the lights.
Man United.
Possibly Man United.
But anyway, one of the last ones.
Not many left.
Big derby. They've tanked us. They'll give us a fucking good hiding and a good lesson when we went now.
They're the only team to do it.
They're fighting for the league. Let's be fair, like fucking it breaks my heart to say it, but
no, they are.
They're up there fighting for the league. This is going to be a real ding dong battle, I think.
Yeah, from the first second to the last second, it's going to be.
I think this is going to
Start of the season, if someone had said to you, right, when West Ham play Tottenham, it's going to be a top 5 battle, was you?
No, because I wouldn't have put us in the top 5, to be honest.
To be fair, I wouldn't have put either of us in the top 5 at the start.
Well, yeah, because Spurs was poor.
As much as we don't like to admit it, Spurs have probably been one of the most consistent teams this season. They've gone unnoticed for a long period. Now people are starting to take notice of them, and they're still not losing.
No,
so
that's the worrying thing.
I don't think they're going to win the league personally, but they will be up there. I think they'll be top 4. I still think they'll make top 4.
Let me put this to you as well, boys, because I've asked this in a couple of fan camps. We're 4 points off top 4 at the minute, all right? If we was to push on from here and win lots of games, we can play ourselves into the top 4, but at whose expense?
The thing is, you've got to look at this. Today was a massive 3 points because our next 4 league games, we've got Everton away. Tottenham at home, Everton away,
Tough.
and then we played Chelsea away.
We were on a good run.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Man United in the cup.
Yeah, Man United in the cup, but the league game. But we've got a tough next 4 games. I can't remember.
I think it might be.
But
we got Watford soon.
But let's just look at
got called off because
the next 2 home games. The next two games, you've got Tottenham at home and Everton away.
Yeah.
2 tough games.
Yeah.
This is going to show the character of our squad.
Yeah.
Because if we come out of this with 6 points, then I'd say, I agree, we can go top 4.
Totally.
Without a doubt.
But at whose expense? If we can start getting through this. Do you know what? I'm going to shock everyone. Leicester.
No.
Well, they nicked a 1-0 win today, didn't they? And that's the sign of a team that are going to win the league. They just they keep nicking these results. They were so unlucky against Arsenal.
Should never have stayed with Rob.
They were so unlucky against Arsenal, but they haven't collapsed after that loss.
Nope.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. We should do this on the weekend. I'm going to make a bold prediction. They will win games, right? And I think we will keep ourselves in touch. Yeah, they will win games and draw games and keep themselves ticking along until we go there, and then they'll collapse from there. I think we'll be the team to beat them,
which is ironic because this run for them started with them
beating us when we should have won. But they'll collapse from there. They'll lose that, and then it'll sap all confidence out of them. They'll know that. They're on cloud 9 at the minute. I mean, they have been all season.
The things that bode well for them, as we've said before, they've got no cup games. They've got no Europe.
Yeah, but this is a similar sort of story to Liverpool. Remember Liverpool? They had no cup when they was going for the league.
And then they Gerrard fell over.
When Gerrard fell out, they had, and then
they
one silly mistake. But that's where the Arsenal, that last second Welbeck goal, I thought that's going to knock their confidence. But it hasn't. But fair play to Leicester. I know you're saying they're on cloud 9, but we're on cloud 9 as well. Really, we're 5th in the Premier League. We could battle for 4th, and we're in an FA Cup quarter final.
If Leicester win the league, it will be the greatest story ever written in football.
Since Brian Clough done it with Forest.
Be the biggest upset, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Biggest upset.
To be honest, the best thing for the game.
Probably.
Best thing for the game.
Probably.
And then
the season after, they'll probably get relegated.
Oh yeah,
Blackburn-esque.
Yeah.
But it's nice even though one of those teams is Tottenham. It's good to see a couple of different teams up there.
It's nice because usually when you get to this point in the season, especially over the last few years, a team has already gone away and they're going to win the league. Like Chelsea last year were 12 points clear, weren't they?
Yeah.
This season, down to even 5th place could still win that league.
Take yourself away from being a West Ham fan and just being a football fan, a fan of football. What a season this has been.
Yeah, it's been
everyone's been beaten.
Apart from Villa, who are certain for relegation, even down there, it's still. And then people can still. Even people that are like 13th, 14th can still push for Europe.
In November, I was listening to this today. I didn't even realise this. In November, mid-November, coming to the end of it, the Southampton manager turned around and said, "We're in a relegation fight."
Yeah.
And they could have gone 5th today.
It only takes 2 or 3 wins can change.
And Chelsea are
gradually.
They're climbing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that worries me a little bit because, I thought they was gone. Not gone, but I thought they was dead and buried.
I still think they're going to finish probably around 7th, 6th or 7th. Chelsea. They're on a good run now. They've got getting a bit of stability there now, aren't they?
Everyone's turning up now, aren't they?
But I'm obviously worried about us, and for us to be 5th. If we finish this season in the top 8 and an FA Cup final,
Look,
I said this today. A couple of fan camps. Do you think they've got one eye on the cup? I think if you see us go through, our league performances might start to dip a little bit. Yeah,
and I think like if we do get to an FA Cup semi-final, you got to think like we're not going to get relegated.
Nope.
You got to concentrate on that cup. It's our only chance of silverware.
Exactly the same last year, though.
You've
We was in a great position.
Yeah, but last year we went out to a West Brom side, and then that dented our confidence in the league, and then we just thought, right, season's over. Big Sam knew he was going. The players weren't playing. This season's totally different. Village ain't going nowhere.
That's the thing. You don't at the minute. The players ain't booking their summer holidays because we've got something to play for, and that's what you want.
Yeah, I think I think that murdered it last Christmas. I think that was the reason. Like, I'm going to give Sam some credit. Like, people go about, he never won. He won 3 games in the last 20 or something, but. We was flying, and I've heard stories, like, whether they're true or not, I don't know, but really, I think they might be. Is the fact that they told him at Christmas, look, you're not going to get a new contract, and he just thought, so what's the point?
Yeah, why not bothering?
I think I see a stat before we started doing this, that I think this is the highest ever points we've had after 27 games in the Premier League. It says a lot how good this season is, because I thought last season we flew.
No, but you got a little. Still, like, we're going to mention this, but be careful what you wish for. That's the thing is, and it was like I remember even cut a month or 2 back, and it's like Richard Keys going like, you do realise that your points total is 1 point behind Sam Allardyce's from last season, and look at them now.
Exactly.
Saying nothing.
But we've said it before, there's a lot of difference between that. This season we played all the big teams away first
and beat them.
Yeah, under Big Sam we didn't.
Yeah, we did mention that at the time. I said that to old fucking Monkey Hands himself. We played. No, I'm just saying, like, we played Arsenal. He said, like, you've got 1 point less. I went, yeah, but we hadn't played Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and whoever it was away from home. Man United, maybe away from home at this time last season. So he talking nonsense, and he didn't tweet me back.
I wonder why. Maybe he'd say no.
Maybe.
But that's it. For some reason, the media don't want us to see a deal, and now they're slowly turning because they know we've got a chance of finishing up there. They're slowly turning,
they're probably all.
But I'd rather us stay out of the press.
I like being out of the press, but how many times have we done BT Sport now?
Yeah, but I like BT Sport because we seem to do well when we're on BT Sport.
Yeah, I'd stay having to listen to Michail Antonio. He's an awful commentator.
Yeah, but usually we're at the game, so
we don't have that problem. But I know what you mean, because I was watching the Barcelona game the other night and he was commentating on it. He's awful.
You don't know what he's talking about.
He's awful. He's absolutely awful.
When it's saying
as a commentator,
come out as a quote saying like, if you don't score, you hardly ever win.
Wow.
If you don't score, you hardly ever win.
Let's be honest, he ain't known for his brains, is he?
I think he should stick to his horses, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He's probably horses got more brains to be honest. But yeah, should we leave it there, boys? We've gone on for a little while now. Happy to leave it there?
Yeah,
anything we want to mention? Charity bike ride that we were talking about the other day?
Oh yeah, Stacey Little's bike ride from where was she going from? Oh, Stratford to Holland. Yeah, so Dan will put all the links underneath. So yeah, it's payday, so come on.
No, I think that
Give her a bit of support.
we want to start supporting various charities, and this is the first one. I think is a good cause.
It's for prostate cancer, which is an amazing charity, and she's training hard and she's doing well. So she was on here the other week, and so yeah, we'll probably get her on again before nearer the time, and yeah. So
make sure you go and donate. Didn't she? What was the total she was after? 1,000.
She wanted 1,000, and then she smashed that, and then she put it out to 1,500. She smashed that. It's up to $2,000 now, and I think she's on about 1,700 now.
We can get it. No, I'll tell you what. If we mention it every week till she goes, I think we can get a 5.
Yeah, by the time I said that to her, I said by the time you go in June, you could have about $4,000. I reckon, easy.
Let's get her to 5. Let's try and put your money, put your hands in your pockets, get some money out. Payday. Click on the link. We'll put the links in the description down below. Start giving. Let's smash that total. I want $5,000.
Yeah, no, definitely
$5,000.
Definitely.
The West Ham family.
We can do that. You're so generous. You do a lot of work with John Joe and all the cancer research. This is as good as a cause to do it for. Just get your hand in your pocket. Start giving. Show your generous side. Christmas is over now. You must have been paid a couple of times.
We're all over that debt now, aren't we, Christmas?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So fucking come on, start giving. All right, we'll leave it there, boys. Yeah.
One thing though, right? I don't think we mentioned it last week. The rumours floating about John Terry coming to us.
Oh God.
Yeah, no.
I don't mention it because he's bollocks.
Yeah, and Ibrahimovic, I don't believe all that as well.
Ibrahimovic is on £1 million a month.
Yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah.
Not euros, pounds.
No, that's ridiculous.
To be honest,
and I'll tell you something now, someone like him would upset the dressing room.
Do you know what? I like it. Do you know what? He's one of my favourite players in the world, but he's a fucking knob.
Yeah.
He's an absolute fucking
and he's
knob.
What's he, 34?
34,
Why do we need someone like him, let's be honest?
He's an absolute knob.
We don't need him.
He thinks he is the governor.
No.
Yeah.
He's arrogant. I see a defender touched him at a corner and he's just looking at him like...
Yeah.
Like, fuck off, you prick.
The thing for me,
I think I've heard stories about him referring to himself in the third person. He calls himself Zlatan. Zlatan don't like that. Zlatan don't like it.
John Terry, on the other hand, I mean, someone like him, if he did come to West Ham, it wouldn't really bother me. But I know it ain't going to happen.
I think it'll end up in America or something like that.
I honestly think John Terry coming to us would show that we haven't moved forward as much as we all think.
No, I don't think it's all rumours. It's all. I mean, we'll probably get linked with Adebayor and
we're going to get
Lampard.
The thing is about these sort of things. You've got to remember this as well. In my eyes, it's lazy journalism.
Yeah, it's
lazy journalism. There's probably no legs in the story, right? They're going on the fact that he's leaving a London team at 35. He's not going to want to leave London. He used to play for West Ham. He's a local barking boy.
West Ham are taking that step
forward. They're probably going to. He's going to go to West Ham, and if someone in a newspaper office creating it, I don't think there's any.
It's not going to happen. He's going to go abroad because he's going to get his pay.
Yeah, he'll probably go to America or China.
It's lazy journalism.
You'll hear a lot of Chelsea fans going, "It will never play for another Premiership club," but they said that about Lampard. And John Terry, pay him enough money, he will play for anyone.
Yeah,
but he's going to go to get his payday, whether it's China, whether it's America, anywhere. I'm
surprised he's still playing on. I thought he retired, so then he was just gone out of Chelsea. But fuck John Terry anyway.
No, it's definitely not.
See, I only brought it up because I think if we did sign him, it's a step backwards for me.
It's the same, but it bodes down to the same as Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah,
the same rumours come along when he come available because they put 2 and 2 together and come up with 17.
Yeah,
because they're like, he's made me like he used to play for. He's a London boy. He's going to retire. Yeah, where did he used to play? West Ham. Yeah, he's going to go to West Ham.
Well, we've got 4 decent centre halves already. So
what about the mentioned the FA Cup sold out before it even reached members? 9,000 on a Sunday.
Queues. Ridiculous queue. I've never seen queues like it at a ticket office today. 9,000 tickets sold today.
Yeah.
Mental.
Probably could have sold another
9,000. Yeah, the best fans.
No, it's amazing.
7,200 at Blackburn.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
9,000 at Old Trafford. Didn't even go past a
Hopefully,
day.
semi-final, 30,000 thousand.
And that'll go in the morning.
Oh, that will.
You know.
Get the priority points in.
I think we'll be alright for that.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got to get there first.
Yeah.
We've got to get there first.
I think we've got quite a few.
Yeah, let's get past that round and then we'll go on for that. It don't matter.
Who we got to mention? Who was the bloke you was talking to the other day on Hamburg?
Hamburg Hammer.
Thank you for your kind
thanks for the
comments.
comments, mate.
Kiwi Hammers,
Yeah.
Brisbane Hammers,
We see them all today.
Sydney Hammers. Come and see us
Who
today.
was Sydney Hammer? Who was Slav with? Guernsey Hammers.
Guernsey Hammers, Hawaiian Hammers. I'll see them in the sports club. Or one of
Was that in
them.
the sports club?
I'll see one of them.
In the work.
Thank you for subscribing and following us and your comments and
That was a really nice comment from Hamburg Hammer.
Yeah, it was.
On the West Ham, what was it?
forums, Hammers Chat.
Hammers
forum,
Chat
wasn't it?
forum. He left it.
Usually we get shit on there.
Yeah, I've been slagged off quite a few times, but yeah, really nice comment to come on and read. I do try and read a lot of the forums. Like if you're on other forums and that, we do read. I read the Knees Up Mother Brown forum. I read the Hammers Chat forum. I read obviously our own website and our own comments and things like that. I do, I might not be able to get time to respond all the time, but I do read them and I do appreciate everyone that comes in.
Well, we said we're going to have a beer with the Kiwi Hammer when we go to Everton next week.
Definitely.
He's going to meet us up there.
If anyone sees us, we're coming towards the end of the season. I'm pretty confident that I think we should have a little shindig or something.
Yeah, we should
have a nice dance.
Yeah. No, should have a little party or something like that. And
we have cheese and pineapple chunks.
yeah, man. If you want
Whatever
a
you
bit of
want,
potato, or cheese or jog. Don't you remember when I picked out?
Oh yeah, in the foil.
Yeah, the foil. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. We'll be back again on Wednesday for the Spurs game. Don't forget to go and follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. Follow us on Instagram, West Ham Fan TV. Any social media you can think of, we're probably on there, West Ham Fan TV. Stop looking at me like that. He's jealous because he can't do that on his show. Yeah. And end it in the usual way. Come on your minds.